Are you my mom? Yes, I'm your mom. My biological mom. As soon as Faye answered, Era May asked another question. Then the man we just buried is not my dad. She fell to the floor and started to cry aloud. Era May's hands trembled as she sat on the floor, her mind racing to comprehend the truth that was revealed. The birth certificate she held in her hand seemed to pulse with a life of its own, like a mocking heartbeat that grew louder. Her chest tightened, and she struggled to breathe. Mom, Era May shouted, her voice cracking. Mom, what are you fucking saying to me? Era May seemed to lose all respect for her mom. Instantly, Faye stood in the doorway, her face feeling like someone had thrown hot water over it. What's wrong? Laverne asked a question right over her mom's shoulder, wringing her hands. After she cried some more, she cleared her throat. Explain this to me. Why was I never told? She demanded, her voice strained. Faye's eyes darted between the birth certificate and her daughter's. Era May, it's not what you think. Your father and I. Which father, the one in the ground or the one I never met? Era May said in a lot of pain. Save your excuses, Mom, Era May interrupted, her anger rising with each word. Why did you lie to me? Oh my God, who all knows, she said, feeling embarrassed and ashamed. Faye swallowed hard, her eyes glistening with unshed tears. We didn't want you to feel different or less than your sisters. We thought it would be best if... Best for whom? Era May cut in, her voice growing louder. For you, for Dad, certainly not for me. Please, Era May, let me explain, Faye pleaded, reaching out to touch her daughter's arm. But Era May recoiled, her body tense with rage. No, you don't get to explain. How do you fucking explain this? She spat. You should have told me the truth from the start. All these years I've lived a damn lie. Who the fuck am I? Your father and I made a decision together, Faye whispered, her voice cracking. We thought it was for the best. We never meant to hurt you. Yet, here we are, Mom. Era May seethed. I can't even trust my own fucking family anymore. Era May cussed deliberately to let her mom know exactly how upset she was. She looked scornfully at the birth certificate still on the desk. Memories of her father teaching her to ride a bike flashed through her mind. Era May felt like a piece of her heart had been ripped away, replaced with a gaping hole that threatened to swallow her whole. She had just cried her heart out at the funeral of a man whom all her life she called Daddy. Now, just a couple hours later, she was finding out that the man in the nice brown suit was indeed not her father. Era May was devastated. Tell me, Era May demanded, her voice barely above a whisper. Who am I? Because right now, I feel like I don't know myself at all. This is bullshit. Faye opened her mouth to respond, but no words came out. Instead, she bowed her head, defeated, tears streaming down her cheeks. She hesitated, her eyes darting around the office as if searching for an escape. It's not that simple, Era May, she finally said, her voice wavering. Make it simple then. Make it make sense, Era May snapped, her hands trembling with anger and fear. My entire life is in question here. Your father and I were young. Before I met your father, I got pregnant, but your father loved me anyways, and he raised you and loved you no different than your sisters. Me and your father, we made mistakes, Faye explained, wringing her hands together nervously. We thought keeping you from this secret, that you were not truly his, didn't matter to him, nor me. Your father loved you, Faye tried to explain. Era May spoke as she had never spoken in front of her mom. Fuck that. Who am I? I cannot believe this shit. It seemed like every other word was a cuss word. Not telling you was the best thing for you and the entire family. We just wanted to protect you, Faye said softly. Protect me? Ain't that some shit? Era May scoffed, her eyes blazing with fury. You've kept me from knowing who I truly am. How is that protection? Yeah, sound like fucking protection to me. I have been living a lie. Please, understand. Faye tried to interject but was cut off by hushed whispers from the doorway. Era May turned to see two of her sisters, Era Lee and Irene, standing there, their expressions a mix of shock, confusion, and concern. The tension in the room seemed to spike as they stepped inside, their presence amplifying the weight of the situation. Is it true? Mom, Era Lee asked softly, her eyes pleading with Faye for answers. Is Era May really? Era Lee paused, scared to hear the words come out of her mouth. Half-sister, is Era May our half-sister? Irene finished, her tone flat and emotionless. Enough, Faye shouted, the sudden outburst catching everyone off guard. Taking a deep breath, she looked directly into Era May's eyes as if steeling herself for the inevitable fallout. Yes,